who do their best to improve their services in our communities. You are listening to Pan Africa Connect Radio. Catch us on www.panafricaconnect.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Today we honor women behind the badge, our female police officers. There was a time not so long ago when a woman in uniform was barely beyond the front desk. Her duties were simple. That is filing papers, answering phones, serving tea. But today things have changed, and they are still changing. We see women commanding police stations, training the next generation of police officers, both men and women. We see them managing volatile crime scenes. I can go on and on and on. We have our guest today. We celebrate Constable Nomasonto Mthembu. Constable, greet our listeners, please.
Good morning everyone. It's nice to be here. I hope you guys are good and ready to listen to the show. I'm happy to be here as well, and thank you, Mr. Joy, for actually bringing me here and standing for the other women in uniform. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you tell us who is Nomasonto? Constable.
Okay. You are actually asking about my background, or you asking Constable Mthembu as in work-wise?
Let's start with your background.
Okay, I am Sonto at home. Mthembu from KZN. I was born as Kawini, and then I later stayed with my parents at Ishawe, and then I got a job in 2013 for a police, as a police officer, and then from there I went to Durban. I think basically for now would be that when you're asking about me. I don't have my own family yet, but hopefully soon. I'm just a girl from Nekasi, from the location, if someone does not understand that word or slang. But overall, I'm just a loving person who's out there for the community. I just love people, and I think I'm in the right place of work. Yeah.
You could have chosen any career, doctor, pilot, and so on and so on. Now, what inspired you to join the police force?
Okay, that one is a bit deepish, but then let's try and simplify it. I think some things are callings. In life, you may want something, you may think of something, you may see yourself somewhere. But me as a firm believer in God, I believe I was set apart to be a police officer. That's my belief. How it happened that I became a police officer, I just applied. Somehow I got the job, and I'm grateful for that. But as I was in the job, I noticed that I really love and I love the job. At that point when I applied, it was just me looking for a job. But then as time went in, I knew this is really my calling, because it could have been anything. I could have been somewhere. I know that I always call myself a protector. So seriously, somehow I'm always out there protecting. Whoever I'm with, I'm always protecting, even now. Even if at home they will know. If I hear something, even if there's a guy, I'll be the one, even before policing. I'll be the one going out to check what is happening. I think I've always had that protection thingy within me. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so we feel safe in here.
Yeah, you must be safe.
Okay.
You are protected.
Yeah, and then how does your family feel about your job?
Oh, they love it. They love it. Sometimes my mom would worry, but then she knows also that it's part of her calling. She just feels she'll be, you know how parents are. She'll be posting, this one is called for this, go do it, my girl. She's proud. Even my dad, you'll find him showing everyone the photos. This is my daughter. She's a police. So I think they love the job that I'm at, and as I say, I'm always protected. I feel I'm always protected.
And obviously they support you.
They support me in every single way.
Okay. What do people often misunderstand about police officers, especially women?
Okay. Oh, what I've noticed, right? Without them saying, they actually look down on us. They look down on female police officers. They don't feel we are real police, of which we are. I can make an example on, when was this? I think it was Friday. Friday, as I work in a social crime prevention office, I had to take a child and the parent to go to Sanka. Okay, we will go through that as we go along. So we were going to Sanka, which is Cst.Thandeka. But then when I was on the way driving, the guys were one guy just came in front of the van because they knew, it's a female officer, what can she do?
And it's a branded...
it's a branded vehicle.
Yeah, okay.
It's a branded vehicle, but they want you to see that we are not scared of you. But at the same time, as either you're female or male, you must know how to judge situations. I could have done anything in that instance, in that part, but I chose not to. Sometimes you mustn't take your powers and use them anyhow. So for me, it's just that they will actually look down on you, and even when you're arresting a person, they feel like no. You can't until you're at the station. That's when they know that, okay, I'm being arrested for real. So that's the part that I don't like. But then I'm sure that the community is learning. We are police officers. We are here. We are called for this job, and we are here to guard and protect our communities.
Can you share with us the typical day for what's your typical day like?
My typical day, okay. Normally, as I informed you earlier, I work at the Social Crime Prevention Office. So I'm a social crime coordinator. What I do, I engage with community. Okay, it's sort of like communication at some sort. We prevent crime. We do crime awarenesses around our area, as I'm in Midrand. We inform people of what to and what not to do. We inform people of the crimes that are constant around that area. We go to schools. We inform the kids of all the crimes that are happening and also what they should be careful of. And we just try and educate, I would say. We try and educate the community, the schools, the businesses. Hence, we've got forums even under us. We attend meetings. We go out there to the community. I don't know if I'm making... Yeah. We do also do operations at times. We do operations. When I say operations, we'll be joining. We'll be joining the crime prevention. We'll be joining where we will be doing arrests as well if we have to. And then we'll be also patrolling and making sure that our community is safe. So that is basically what we do. Yeah. And what we also do is that we make sure we coordinate forums. We've got different forums. There's teachers forums, there's school forums, there's garage forums, there's business forums. There's so many forums that we work together with the CPF, we work together with the other security companies. So it's wide. So our office is just open for anything that is community-wise, and if community need help, and then we are the referrers to where you should go. And we work closely with the office called VC, where we have our social workers that are working there. So we basically everything. We do everything in the station.
All right. Can you share one day or a case you'll never forget? I mean, as you do your job, maybe there's a case that you remember or that you can share with us, but without maybe mentioning names.
No, I won't mention names.
Okay.
At that time, I was still working in Durban. I won't mention where, but I remember there was a complainant who came in the station, a girl who was crying. And then when I asked her what is happening, she said, "Sissy, please do not chase me away." I'm like, "No, I'm asking because I want to find out what is happening with you." And then she started weeping. Okay, I took her to our rooms. We've got separate rooms where we can actually ask people and find, so that they can have freedom in speaking, because apparently she was raped. So I took her into our rooms and I spoke to her. Upon finding, she explained to me she was raped by someone that we could actually trust. And to find that it was a security officer and that she actually asked about the route out. Those were the times of your COVID and what.
Okay.
So she wanted a way out. And upon asking that, the guy took her to the back as if he's showing her the route, only to go there and rape her.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, she went to some stations. Okay, let me not go far there, but then she eventually came to us in our station. So I said, it's fine, I will open a case for you. I'll open the case for her. Immediately after that, I requested our FCS, which work with the family, children, and sexual departments. So they actually came in and we went to that place where the incident took place. When we got there, remember, I had already written the statement. I told my commander at that time, I will not be waiting for any van at this point. I will go by myself to that place. If it means I have to open and be the one who's going to end this docket, that will be it. I want that guy inside by the end of today, because I've got sisters. I'm out there for the youth. I'm out there for the protection of people. As I said, I just feel I'm a protector. I was so angry, but at the same time, I could not show my anger. But I wanted the truth to come out. When we got there, we asked the guy. Okay, he made fun of the girl with other people that were there. But okay, fine, the story forward, we got into the office, we asked for the video footage. And then when on the video footage, we didn't see anything. So I started now going back to the statement that the girl was telling me, show me where the blue buckets are. Okay, which route did you take the girl? Okay, fine, we went there, and I'm like, can we open this door? And then when you're opening, there's the blue thing. How would she have known that there is a room like this if she did not get into this room?
Exactly.
We went to the other room as well, because he felt like, this was not safe enough. They went to the other room, to other place where he finished her off. Okay, fine. And then when that happened, I asked the colleagues that were with me, because I'm a female, to search him. And upon searching him, all that the lady had mentioned in that statement was in his pocket. the knife, the pointed knife, and also the firearm was also in the office. And I said, whose firearm is this? And they said, no, it's an office firearm. But then this person was carrying it. You know what? I'm taking this person. I'm sorry. I took that person. We went to the station. He thought it's a joke. Mind you, again, it's a female officer. I go in there. I'm like, no, I don't need any assistance. It's fine. The guy that assisted me with the van, they can go back. I will continue this case until the end. I sat with that girl for hours. Okay, fine. She had to go and do all the tests and stuff in the hospital. I was left with this guy, just me and him. So upon writing that statement, he's busy saying, do you know my brother who works at a certain police station? Can you phone him for me, please? Sissy, we can work this thing out. And I just looked at him and I smiled. He was in handcuffs.
What do you think he meant then?
Obviously, we can work this thing out. No, it doesn't work like that. Even if that was my commander at that point. Let the truth be the truth.
Exactly.
And that's it. I wrote the statement in front of him and I made sure that I put him in the cells.
That's exactly why we celebrate you.
Yeah.
Now, as a woman, do you feel you face more pressure to prove yourself in the force?
I wouldn't say so anymore. I think we got in the right era. There were people before us. With us now, women are celebrated. Women are open. It's open up for women. We can actually come in and work in any area, and we are being supported also by our male officers. I wouldn't say that there's something like that, or maybe being undermined. Okay, I will speak for UNSUNG. I will speak for Constable because I don't know what the other person is dealing with, because people deal with different
things at different times.
Yes, but for me, I wouldn't lie. I think this has been my place, I would say, if I could say so. I think this is a place where I feel at home and I'm able to do my job that I do without anyone threatening me or making me feel less. I think we are being supported. Yeah, I think we're just in the right era.
It's good to hear that. Many say women bring something unique to policing, especially emotional intelligence. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree fully. I think it's not for us. It's not more on the just arresting side. Yes, we have to arrest. It's an arrest. We have to do an arrest. But then there's this motherhood within us. We've got this heart, this feeling heart. You know what? Try and do better. We try and tell people, inform people. Don't do this. Stop this. This will lead this will lead here and there. I think.
You advise.
Yeah, we advise as much as we do arrest. But then when you see a child, when you see, okay, that's me. I'm more for the children, for the youth. Try and inform them. Be a mother, be a sister. For a man that's coming in being abused, you can't. I'm not saying that our men are disheartened or anything like that. But then you need that empathy. You need to show empathy to those men and women that are coming into you. You must be approachable. You find that you find men or whoever they will come in and the CSC and they'll be like this our front office. They will come in and they immediately they see a more nicer or kinder face. it's easy to speak.
Yeah.
It's easy to actually tell your story and stuff. And okay, if I can make an example again,
Yeah.
my old station, there was a young boy, who had just murdered his father. I remember I came in the cells. Immediately he saw me. He felt, I don't know, he felt motherhood or he felt sisterhood, because he was still in tertiary.
Okay.
That's when he told me, before he could tell the investigators what had happened. He felt, I just feel free to speak to you. Somehow I just feel free. Is a way that you can also be there when I'm telling the investigator of how everything happened. Because with you, I feel the comfort. So we are needed in most places, in most spaces. People feel that they can speak to us, and then we can actually crack some crimes.
Yeah. It's good when people feel free to share their stories with someone. How do you personally stay calm in tense situations like
I don't know if I can say this, but I will say this.
I say it.
I'm a firm believer, no?
Okay.
I'm a firm believer in Christ, my God. As I said, I feel I'm placed here for a reason. So I always feel safe. And everyone will be like, no, you'll be shot at, but I'm like, not with my God with me. So I feel, for me, that's how I always find comfort. I find comfort in my God, and I know that I'm protected on the road as we are working.
Oh, that's good. Let's pay some bills. Sounds like it.
You are listening to
Radio. Remember, you can catch us on www.panafricaconnect.com. You can also catch us on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, and Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the toughest parts of being a female officer that people might not see?
I would say the work that we do at times. It's not just a normal job. Most people would say police officers are always just roaming around the street and doing nothing or eating or asking for money. But it's not all that. Women police officers, we work. The amount of hours that are being put, especially let's say you are working night shift, one would say it's not really good for a woman to be out at night and but we work those hours. I was working at the CSC, crime prevention. I've worked at the CSC. I don't know if you understand what the CSC is. Community Service Center, where I've been working shifts. So I would work 12 to 12, 4 days. So those were straining times. I don't want to lie, the night shifts are no joke. But work is work and the cooling is cooling. So we had to go through that. And the scenes as well that we attended. As working at the CSC, plus I was a detective for 2 years, 2021 to 2024 January, I was a detective. So there we will attend crime scenes. I was working at the crime office. We'll attend scenes. It is not nice. it is not nice. So, yeah, I think at times your mind, you just have to find a way to cancel yourself. Yes, we've got EHW that assist in those issues. If you feel no, you're not, then we've got psychologists. You can actually go to a psychologist because SAPS is wide. You can go to the psychologist. They can actually say no. If this is too much, then you can also attend your own psychologist or psychiatrist. But it's not an easy job. But you must have some love of it because otherwise, I don't think you will manage.
Having said that, do you think you get enough recognition? I mean, do you get some opportunities in leadership and so on as women? Or is there preference to men? Or
I'm noticing now that it's opening up for us.
Mhm.
It is really opening up for us. Because you're seeing the commanders now more female. Maybe some can complain, this thing of women and stuff, because now women are really into it. They're going there, they're taking those leadership, they're running just like men, they're making sure that whatever needs to be done is done. So I think as we are, I would say workaholics, but then we make sure, I don't know if it's proving ourselves, not that we're proving ourselves, but we trying to be there, that we are active. We are active. We want to see justice. We want, I think it's that opportunities are opening for women.
No,
Yeah. They are
that's
opening
good.
for us, yeah.
On a lighter note, if you could change one thing about the view policemen, what could it be?
What can they change? What can they change? Maybe their mindset towards us. Some have a lot of hatred for police officers. Okay, somehow, I won't say we understand, but then sometimes you must think that not everyone is the same. Not everyone is the same. Some will say police are like this. Say it's the same as what? It's the same as taxi men. Once you see a taxi man, you're like, oh, this one, you already you wipe them out. Police officers are there to protect. I think that is one thing that I can make people understand, that we are there to protect you, the very same person that is hating on police officers. There was a time. Okay, I think it was 2016, somewhere there, 2016, 2015, somewhere there. Now it happens, but it doesn't happen as often. I remember police officers were being shot at like no one's business. I remember crying. If someone would call it as a weak link, it's okay, but I remember crying because I was a van driver most of that time. Around those times, I was a van driver. To actually go into the van, you just heard that someone is being shot at Spa.
Sure.
Getting into the van, you don't know where you're gonna stop. Where those people are gonna, because we don't know what happens. Because they will just at those times, they will just kill us for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason, you'll just be shot for wearing the badge. You'll be shot for just walking by. Because you are, come on. Can they just stop killing us? Can they just stop killing us and the hatred for no reason? We are there to serve. It's a job. I think they should learn from that we are working on their behalf. So can they just appreciate us at least? As I teach my little ones at schools, because I go to creches and primary schools, I teach them that I am their friend. They call me Mama Police in my area. Those little ones, they call me Mama Police. They call me. We are there for them. They mustn't run away from us, but we are here to serve. Do not. I'm asking the people not to stand afar and to think of what happened to their neighbor. But if there's any crime, come to us and test us. Because now we are here to serve, not everyone is the same. If you've got complaints of anything, you go to the station commander about that area, because I think people have that, they've given up on us. My please, just do not give up on us. Male or female cops, just come to us, we are here for you.
It sounds very good. It's good to hear.
You are listening to PAC Radio, Unity, Harmony, and Cultural Exchange.
Dear listeners, you're still listening to Unsung Heroes, and we are celebrating Constable. We're celebrating Women in Blue, and our guest in the studio is Nomasonto. I want to pronounce this name correctly. Nomasonto Mthembu.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me make this announcement before we conclude. Listeners, you are invited to Authors Rally, which is scheduled for the 28th of June. All authors and aspiring authors are invited in Soweto. I'll give you the name of the place in a short while. As we wrap up, what keeps you going, especially on the hard days? You indicated here that some days, your job is very terrible. You meet serious crimes and so on. So, what keeps you going then after that?
What keeps me going is that I know that I'm supposed to be here. I have to do a change. I have to speak something into someone. I have to change a life. As I said before, I'm sorry to just go with instances.
Yeah,
examples. I once held a prostitute, arrested a prostitute. There's plenty of them in crime prevention. When upon that arrest, I spoke to her. Sometimes you need to speak life into people. As much you're arresting, speak life unto them. I told her, do you understand how beautiful you are? Do you understand that you can do better with your life? As I'm saying, it's not just you arresting and arresting. Yes, we do arrest and arrest, but speak life into that person. I spoke to that girl, and what she did after, she shouted there, who are you? Who do you think you are? You can't tell me, you do not know my background. And the only thing I asked her, do you know my background? We all have choices in life.
Exactly.
But you need to choose right. I'm here because also I tried and I chose right. I'm not here saying maybe you're not supposed to do what and what, but I just want you to change your life. 2 years later, I come across her in my location at home. She's like, hi Mthembu, how are you? I'm looking at this girl, I'm like, okay, the face looks familiar. How are you? I am fine. It's like, yo, you can't see me. Yeah. And then who are you? Can you remind me? And then she tells me her name. And then she's like, I listened to you that day. Okay, what day? And then she explains. The next year, that was 2 years after, the next year, that was 2014. In 2015, I enrolled at the university.
Okay.
I'm doing my second year at the university doing law. So I was shivering going back home. I'm like, I'm here to make a change.
Yeah.
And I will continue to make a change. So for me, going to work, to just wear, it's not just wearing a uniform. I'm wearing an armor. I'm going there to change a life. It's a calling. I need to go there and do something. There's someone who's going to need me at that time. So this is how I personally cope. I take myself out and I put a police. I'm at work and here to make a change.
not only to arrest, to make arrest.
But I do arrest. I have to arrest.
You
the
have to,
wrongdoers,
of course.
yeah.
And then what is your message to young girls listening today who might dream of wearing the badge?
Okay. What I will say first, if you have an opportunity, let me start with those that have an opportunity to go to university. Please, go there, go study. Start by studying and then come to us. I think that's a better way to do it. Yes, we've got an entry level where you can enter with your matric. As long as you are 18 years and older, you can just come in with your matric, your driver's license, and so forth, and as long as you are under 35. Okay, but all I'm gonna say, go and study. Do not make this place a scapegoat. Go and study and make something of yourself, and then let things happen for you so that you do not complain later. This has not happened for me. Give yourself more chances to be somewhere in life and be something also. I think that would be it. And also, if you're planning to, start training. Start training, because it's not a joke. In the academies, police academy, it is not a joke. I survived because I constantly had to tell myself that if others could do it, then I can also do it. But other than that, it was not easy. You cry, you wipe your tears, you wake up, you run, you don't do those push-ups, you do this, you do that. It is not a joke, but it helps you, and it makes you be strong. So if you are out there looking to be a police, make sure that you are fit, physically fit, mentally fit. Make sure you don't have anything that would make your fingerprints must be clean. Just just keep your life clean. Keep away from crime.
Stay away
from crime, and then you see life will work for you. Life will work for you.
Your message to your colleagues.
My message to my colleagues: let's continue pushing. Let's continue working. You know, we look down upon, but you know what? Let's just work. Our community needs us. Our young ones need us. Let's do better. Let's just do better. Let's not now be together with the criminals. Let's just stop that. I shared a message last month on another school that we are sorry, that we have failed you as a community, we failed you as a police, we failed you as sisters and your brothers, because sometimes justice is not served. Let us just do good. Let's continue doing good and stop the bad. The community wants us and needs us.
We don't say no. We can talk.
Yes, as Pumini and that thing. Let's just work. You know, this job. Most people are looking for jobs outside. They're not getting it. So we need to treasure what we have. Every day, just remember your kids. Remember your mom. Remember whoever that is under you. Yeah, I think.